COSEKE is an ICT company offering ICT solutions around business process management and process automation, trying to eliminate the use of paper in business processes in such a way that you're able to create efficiency. And my role mainly is to drive the business from a group point of view, because we are in East Africa, 4 countries, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and Rwanda. So I have the country managers running each of those countries, and my work is to support them from a management and strategy point of view. One of the biggest challenges that we have is we used to keep on, every year would work on what we're calling a company strategy. At the end of the year to be implemented the following year. So initially we used to do a 3-year strategic plan, reviewed every year. And then we saw that wasn't really working. So we went to a 1-year strategic plan. Again, we saw that wasn't really working because the aspect of execution was not being handled well. In the sense that a group of people in terms of the management would have a sitting, discuss where do you want to take the company, document, go back and tell the staff, this is where we want to go this direction, without really involving them. So every year, every end of year when we would meet to review or to look at the strategy, we would realize maybe we've achieved 5-10% of the strategy that we wanted to achieve. So when we thought to ourselves, maybe there's something that we're doing wrong towards coming up with this strategy. So why don't we engage a professional to guide us through? Because we were feeling as if we know what we need to do, but we don't know how to do it. So that's when we engaged Ankolo Consulting to help us develop a 3-year strategic plan. And Ankolo advised us, we took them through the journey of what we've been trying to do, and maybe why we think it was not working. But then, so they advised us that we need to handle it in a more inclusive manner, which we call them, say, like the bottom-up approach, whereby we include or involve the rest of the staff so that they can see the direction of the company. Which is how we began to develop now a 3-year strategic plan. Yes, from the very beginning, when we engaged and we had our first meeting, we sat down at group level. We selected like a committee from every department at group level, and we sat down to try and map out what's the roadmap, what do we want to achieve, where do we want to go, and how do we want to do this. And it was very clear that all the individuals had an idea of where we need to go, but they were not sure of how to get there. It came out that all these things that we are calling that need to be captured in the strategy had actually been documented by these individuals, but execution was the challenge. And everybody was like, okay, fine. From the very beginning, when we were coming up with the strategy, we were already thinking about execution, because they realized we seem to know what we want to do, but how comes we have never done it? So that came out quite clearly at the beginning. I was doing a course at Strathmore, which they call Honor Management Program. And part of one of the modules in that course is business coaching. So I was given a business coach named Paul Musoke. And when Paul Musoke read out his CV to us, it was like a stroke of wisdom, because I realized I think this is the person that we need to help us develop our strategy. So in the beginning, I was like, okay, since it's still at a school level, let me first of all see what comes out of it at the end. So somewhere halfway during the business coaching, because course, we had to involve the staff in the office. Is when I realized this is the right person because one, he has got ICT background. Two, has been involved in operations management. Three, has been involved in turning around businesses. Four, has been involved in developing company strategies for SME and etc. So at the end of the business coaching course and the whole program from Strathmore is when we decided as management, we had a talk with them and I asked them, what did you think of Paul? And they were like, that's the guy we want. And I even posed a question to them, do you think we should look at somebody else? They were convinced that that's the person we want. He seems to understand us. So that is how we ended up engaging Ankolo Consulting. So the strategy development after the business coaching, we did one thing that came out very clearly, that it showed us this is the direction to go, and you need to engage consulting, was the SWOT analysis. So when we did the SWOT analysis, we were able to see, from a worm's eye view to a bird's eye view of the whole organization. So the first thing that we had to do is to sit down and document, come up with like a wish list. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? So from that, it then came out clearly how the whole development of the strategic plan was supposed to be.